Alright, so for those of you just tuning in, we're about to do a 3v5 on Black Forest between me and the viewers. So in this particular match, guys, I'm going to let you guys pick my civ for me, and we'll see how this goes. It's going to be a low-rated player match, so it's composed of my viewers who are like less than 1700 rated, and maybe doing a 3v5 to make this a little bit more fair, I guess. And this is my way of trying to involve everybody in my live stream matches. That way everybody gets included. So let's see, according to the Twitch chat, I see that a decent number of people want me to play Celts. I see there's some Saracens in on this. Yeah, it looks like actually, wow, quite a few people want Celts. Although, I don't think Celts would be that exciting, per se. I think that, we got a decent number of Celts games on Black Forest. That might make it a little too easy and weird. I like Saracens. I think Saracens might be a decent idea here, although some people do want to see Magyars. Magyars aren't that great on BF, but I could do it. Alright, yeah, we'll do, Saracens or Magyars. Alright, we'll do Magyars, because Magyars is a new civ. And we'll get this show on the road. We'll do Magyars this time. I'll get in my goths and whatnot soon. Alright, good night, Zeiton Klang. Alright, let's do this. See how this one goes. So the Magyars are one of the civs in the Forgotten, so I mean they're not that good on Black Forest. This will be interesting, but you know, whatever decision everyone else wants, roll with it. I should really minimize this 1 second. Okay. So it goes without saying that during these matches, guys, my attention is divided between commentating, playing, and reading the Twitch chat. So pardon me if I make any silly mistakes. It's definitely difficult to play my best when I am streaming. But regardless, part of the fun is the struggle. It's not the same without the struggle. Where are my other sheep? There they are. Yeah. But Magyars. Magyars are sort of a cavalry civilization. They've got great cav archers, great paladins and whatnot. They're a little similar to the Huns, I guess. You can check out their civ bonuses really quickly, but they kill villagers and whatnot, 1 strike, free melee, offense blacksmith upgrades, scout cavalry costs less. Their unique tech makes their unique unit cost no gold, which is nice, which means it's like a trash unit. Doesn't cost gold. And then we've got a tech that adds 1 range to cav archers, so interesting civ. Not super great on BF because Black Forest is really dependent on gunpowder units, siege onagers, and whatnot. I mean, it's pretty easy to counter cavalry, I guess, in this, but definitely doable. Can't wall? You can wall! You can and should. It is nice, though, for Black Forest that the Magyars get to kill wolves in 1 strike, so that is nice. This is a lower-rated player match today. Do it anyway. Always. You can't just not wall. Alright, so we're gonna start with 6 on wood, 6 on food, 3 on wood, good lord. Of course, if you need help on your build orders or just basic issues with the game, you're trying to get into it and you need some help, I've got a playlist of Aoe tutorials on my YouTube page, which should probably help you in that respect. Your sneak villager? I know that a lot of people, who play in these matches do listen to the stream at the same time, which I guess doesn't really help with the whole latency issue, but certainly I think getting the element of surprise would be difficult. Don't think that's on my to-do list. Rez is not mad, what? What are we talking about? Just because I tell somebody to do something doesn't mean that I just advice, I guess it's helpful for people. So we're gonna shoot this bow twice. Part of my whole appeal, I guess, is I try to make games, I guess, a little bit more approachable. So it's a good idea that people get to learn something from this. In that respect, I think some of my losses are a little bit more helpful to look at than my wins to a degree. So when things go wrong, I have a lot more to talk about. And that way you guys know what to do and what not to do in your own cases. Otherwise, I wouldn't give a crap. But when you're playing BF, you gotta always wall. There's none of this, the gap is too wide. You must always wall. Otherwise, you're gonna die. Black Forest is all about the, you know, like fast castling into a boom or whatever, or you can night rush and do whatever you want. Oh, that's some latency, bro. Yeah, Black Forest is not really about the early game. You don't want to get cheesed on this map. You definitely usually want to palisade wall up like ASAP in these choke points, so that the enemy doesn't sneak in any forward villagers. That would be really bad, because that's when they're going to eat your face. You never want to be like booming up with no military, right? And then it's like, surprise, motherfucker! And he's got a villain in your base. You got like 18 barracks suddenly out of nowhere, and you die. So gotta watch out for that one. You guys have seen one of Zero Empire's most recent videos. It's like a 1v1 on Arabia. Kind of shows the dangers, I guess, of forward villagers. Gotta keep your eyes peeled. This is some intense delay, though. This is usually why I like to get loom before I hunt my boar, because my philosophy is better safe than sorry. I'd rather just not lose the vill at all. Even though skipping loom can get you a bit of an advantage, I really hope that I get this. Okay, he's not trying to walk through. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. And now it is time for Walling Round 2 Electric Boogaloo. Is this a wall? Or is this a scout? I cannot tell. And I did it! Huzzah for the shopkeep! I thought the Magyars were going to be really strong when I initially played The Forgotten. Then I realized that without any, like, economic upgrades, I mean, sure, they get their free blacksmith mumbo-jumbo, but that's not... It's not that significant. They're a lot, they're actually they're pretty balanced, I think. They're not actually super OP. One of my thoughts at first. They look like a supercharged Huns at a distance, but they're definitely not. What's nice about them, compared to the... Oh, St. Charles is already here. Okay. What's nice about them compared to the Huns, though, is that they do have a wider variety of units at their disposal. I like that. I get, you know, I get like the full infantry, I get some arbalists in there, and it's good. I think that one of the main weaknesses of the Huns is that they have a really, really poor variety of units, and that can really bite them in the butt. Is this worth making fishing ships for this? Well, there's 5 little bits of shore fish in there. I could almost justify that. I think that Gray is going to wall that, so I actually don't need to help him out there. If you guys are wondering, I stream every Friday, at least once a week, although sometimes I have to mix up that schedule a little bit. It just depends. But yeah, usually I stream Aoe2 every Friday. Sometimes I'll do just random casual streams throughout the week. And, you know, sometimes I stream other games as well. No stream next week, though. August 8th, no stream because of final exams, but normally that's the general idea. Friday is always my, I think it's community stream day, where I focus on interacting with you guys, answering questions, commentating, whereas other days I might just be focusing on playing the game a little bit more, I guess. But of course, you can always keep up to date on when I'm streaming and whatnot by checking out Facebook. But, you know, I always make a post on YouTube, and Twitch will send you an email if you're following me, so we'll figure it out. I mean, yeah, I almost want to put a dock here, and I almost want to make some fishing ships. There's 5 little bits of fish here, and, you know, that's almost justifiable in that case, definitely. If there's enough fish in these ponds in Black Forest, you can almost justify putting down a dock, but it's not the kind of thing that you just want to do willy-nilly, I suppose. Investment. You need a lot of fish in there to make it worthwhile. As the Japanese, I think it's a bit more viable, but for the most part, you never want to do that. Sometimes, though. Sometimes. Oh, yeah. If there's more than 3 shorefish, I think you can definitely justify it. It's just that usually these ponds blow. And if you guys want me to dock, I can dock. It makes very little difference to me. I should probably just click up here. Actually, no, I don't think I'll dock, actually. I think we'll play a little standard this game. I'm gonna need that wood, I think. Just want to make sure that all my sides are walled. That would be a good idea. I have 5 shorefish in there, but I don't have the eco for a dock. Ideally, I would have done it sooner. So basically on a map like Black Forest, if you're not aware, Aoe2 sort of has some kind of metagame, but you can of course deviate at your will. That's one of the fun things about Aoe2, is that you can really do some interesting things and get away with it. But the general idea is that on a map like Black Forest, right, the map itself is very closed, as we call it in Aoe2. It's very hard to rush. There's lots of tiny choke points here. Walling is quite easy, as you can tell. Hopefully I'll actually get his scout here. Oh, the jukes. Oh my god, the jukes. There we go. So yeah, you know, it's really easy to wall, as you can tell. You know, these choke points, super easy to close up, as we have. Needs to be walled. So you usually want to not rush. You want to go for some sort of fast castle age, usually. No point really going for any feudal age units here, for the most part, unless, you know, there's a really large opening, like right here, and your opponent doesn't wall. If your opponent doesn't wall, by all means, feel free to do whatever you want to them, but for the most part, you can assume that players will wall. So you don't really want to invest in feudal age military. Why? Because your feudal age units are surely not going to be able to get through these walls anytime soon. Especially since you can expect your opponent to stonewall. It's going to take you forever. Like men-at-arms, spearmen, skirmishers, archers, they're never going to get through those walls. It's usually not worth the time. So yeah, you generally want to get to the castle age pretty quickly. Got a lot of tutorials on how to do that if you need help. But yeah, you usually want to go for fast castle age and see where life takes you from there. You can attack in the castle age if you want. You can pressure people with mangonels or whatever. But yeah, you can start with battering rams. You're going to need a siege workshop, basically, before you can get through any serious stone walling. Yeah, so you can pressure in the castle age if you want, but usually people will wait till the Imperial age. They'll do this strategy called booming, where what you do is you just focus on getting your economy as strong as physically possible before you attack. So you'll try to get to that goal of 100 plus villagers ASAP. And then you attack. Like, the moment you hit to imp, you just go full military. So you spend all game on your eco, so you can spend the next part of the game all focused on your military. It's the general idea, because only in the Imperial Age can you really be threatening enough, I guess, to, you know, huff and puff and blow those walls down. So that's the general idea, and if you want to go for a fast castle age or something like that, you don't usually want to get to the feudal age super quickly. We'll notice that Dark Trout here ended up going for a really fast feudal, and that's only good if you're going for some sort of rush. Yeah? And the reason being is that, you know, while you're advancing to the next stage, you're not making any more villagers. The villagers that you have there are the villagers that you're stuck with. And the more villagers that you have, the more resources that you're going to gather while you're aging up. So if I age up with like 27 villagers or whatever, then I'm getting way more resources than, let's see this dead body here. Oh god, look at all those wolves. I'll kill you. Kill some for you. I'm gonna have way more resources than the guy who advances with like 24 vills. And it makes a big difference. So, you know, generally the focus here is on trying to get a little bit of a stronger eco first. You want to be a little slower to the feudal age than you would be if you're like rushing, going on Arabia or whatever. And that's why Dark Trout's feudal age was not super good. You don't want to be the first to feudal age, I guess. Being really quick to the feudal age doesn't give you any advantage in Black Forest, per se, unless you're doing some sort of rush. So slower is a bit better. Usually click up the feudal age at, you know, 27-ish pop is about normal. But, you know, you can do whatever floats your boat. Whatever works for you, I guess. Not going to talk too much about that, though, because I know some of you guys already know that. I only had 3 deer here, so I really didn't feel the need to do that, and I thought this would be a pain in the butt to try and lure those to my TC with my scout. Certainly possible, but I thought it would be inconvenience. Alright, so yeah, stonewall these just to be safe. Certainly a good idea. Oh yeah, cartography is free in the Forgotten expansion for Aoe2 HD. Which, in my opinion, is worth every penny. That's why I really like this. It's easily, like, my favorite change from the entire expansion. I feel like that was just completely necessary. And yeah, not only that, but I can hunt the deer right now. It's like, I'll just put a TC here, so... This is all planned, of course. All planned. Yes. Thank you for rolling. Rolling is always very important. If you're doing like a 1v1 on BF, you usually want to wall pretty early, but if you're doing like a team game, you can wait until, I'd say like maybe like 8 minutes or something like that to wall up. Because, you know, pulling one villager off to start walling at the start can really set you behind, economically speaking. It's like having one less bill. That can make a difference, certainly. So no, not a huge rush in terms of the walls, but you don't want to let anyone get a forward fill in, I guess. If you haven't walled yet, for the love of God, keep your scout there, and you know, you never want to be caught with your pants down in that respect, I guess. And yeah, the 3.7 patch is pretty nice for Aoe2 HD. Gotta say, it's quite a pleasure to be able to, I guess, run this game in the late game without too much difficulty. This is new and strange to me. This game's always ran pretty smooth, except in the late game, especially with AI. You know, if there's a lot of units on the screen, the memory leaks were real. But thankfully, the developers, they delivered. The performance increase is incredibly noticeable. Incredibly noticeable. Okay, that is all stone-walled up. Looks like St. Charles has got that one all done with, so don't need to stonewall that for him. I would like to put down another TC, but I don't know the wood for this right now. Decision is an insider, yes. Although it sounds a lot more sketchy than it really is. Alright, more houses. We cannot get housed today. Should be able to put up another TC soon. One more house. Thankfully, I'm not next to Dark Trout, otherwise this match would be rather unfortunate. He's quite new to Aoe2, but I'm really glad he's picking it up. I know that some of you guys are, you know, big fans of my Pokemon content, and you know, some of you are just waiting for me to do more Pokemon and not really interested in AoE. And I understand, I'm sorry, I'm taking a brief break from Pokemon. I've got a lot of work with final exams coming up. Difficult for me to juggle all these different types of games at the same time. But I will be back to Pokemon when they release the new Ruby and Sapphire remakes for the Nintendo 3DS. I'm really excited for those. They look phenomenal. And I was a huge fan of 3rd Gen. I know that some people weren't really big fans of 3rd Gen Pokemon, but I thought it was pretty swell. Definitely got a kick out of Emerald. I think the Battle Frontier was really cool. So yeah, I'll be back into that when those come out. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's nice to see that people are, I guess they show up to my stuff anyway, even if they don't even know what AoE is. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So you guys are awesome. I'm very, very lucky in that respect. I've got a very cool viewer base. That's why I spend so much time streaming with you guys. Alright. Second TC, going out. Let's do this. Emerald was sick. What I really liked about Emerald as well, which the other gens didn't really utilize as well, is I like this idea that if two trainers see you at the same time, you gotta fight them in a double battle. That's pretty cool. I wish more generations use that, I guess. Good night, Sejong. Thank you for stopping by. I know that time zones are a bitch for people, and it's cool that you guys also show up, even though, you know, for some of you it's like 3 AM and whatnot. That's awesome. I would stream even earlier, but I literally can't due to my class schedule. That's why I stream at this specific hour of the day, because I know it's slightly more convenient for European dudes. If I had my way, I'd be streaming at like 3 hours after I do nowadays. So. You can only imagine the horrors. Okay, thank God that's not... Okay, whoops. Okay, that sucks. He's gonna have to walk all the way around. It's like, thank God that's not an enemy villager, otherwise that would have been bad news bears. Stonewall that for him, I think. Really, if you guys are starting out and you're having trouble with Aoe2, I mean, the most important thing I can recommend to you is, if you're not in the Imperial Age and your town center is ever idle, like, you done goofed. You need your town center to be always pumping out villagers till you're at least in the Imperial Age. I mean, likely speaking, you're probably going to need more villagers after that, but that's just, I guess, an easier way to look at it if you're starting out. Because you usually want, like, at least 100 villagers. Actually, I can't really think of a situation in which you'd want less than 100 villagers. Because everyone plays in at least 200 population max online. Yeah, so you want at least 100 villagers, usually about half the max population is the way to go. Really, just whatever you need to fit your needs. And I see a lot of new players will be, like, floating, like, 20,000 wood or something late game. You don't want to have, like, that much of an excess of a resource, I guess. Feel free to move your lumberjacks around, or, you know, if you're floating, like, a ton of food and you got no wood, you just, you know, have some less farmers, make some more lumberjacks. Your economy is dynamic, guys, and really at the lower levels of play, your macro, as in your, you know, the ability to manage your own economy and whatnot, is what's going to win you games for the most part. Micro is a little bit less important, especially when we consider that, you know, there tends to be some latency. That's just kind of unavoidable, considering that people who play this game live all the way across the world. So, micro is a bit less important, and if you have a stronger economy, you can afford to throw away more units. For free, I guess, but ideally you would not. If that makes sense. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna get the booming train on the roll. We just need a little bit more stone. And it's town center time! Dun dun dun! You should want to build your TCs with multiple vills so you can get them up faster. So I'm going for this boom strategy right now, where I'm just focusing on getting my economy to like maximum overdrive before I start working on my military. Because no one's attacking me yet, I have no reason to invest in military. If I don't get anything done with my attack, it's just going to put me further and further behind. So I'm not going to attack until I know that it's going to at least do something. So I'm going for a boom right now, and if you're booming, or really just in general, when you hit the castle age, you really want to start thinking about putting down extra town centers. If your advancement times are just really, really slow in general, that's because your town center is idle. The most important thing you can do to become a better player is honestly just making sure your town center is just always working. If you should always be creating villagers unless you're in the Imperial Age. You can't possibly get... I guess, like, unless your economy is hilariously mismanaged, you can't really get slower than, like, a 25-minute castle age as long as your town center is always working. You know, as long as you're not floating, like, 30 billion wood, you should be good to go. So give that a shot, I guess. While I'm booming, if you guys want to ask me any questions in the Twitch chat, I will be able to read those, but if I miss anything, then, you know, obviously I'll try my best to answer after the game is over. Because during these matches, you know, normally I have trouble managing all at once and still performing decently, but I'm just booming, so this doesn't take as much attention, per se. I've already got the trickier part of it out of the way. Like when you go up to the castle age, you want to start shifting heavily to woods so that you can make multiple town centers, I guess. Did I trap that villain? Rest in pepperonis. Thanks, City Mountain. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go back to doing some Pokemon. What's really on my to-do list, though, is League of Legends. Like, that's the game that I'm really, really into nowadays. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with that. I've been climbing up in the ranks. I haven't been able to play ranked that much recently or at all this season, but if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, I think that's something I really want to tack on to Aoe2. But, you know, again, that's just extra content. Like, as long as people want to see Age of Empires videos, I'll be doing those until people, I guess, stop wanting them. There'll always be Aoe2 uploads. Anything else is just extra content. Like, don't be afraid of Pokemon, guys. It's not taking away anything. Alright, so, it's about time we advance, I think. Getting a little distracted trying to read the Twitch chat. That's when I make my boo-boos. So yeah, normally you want to start, you know, about 27 minutes in, you want to start thinking about going up to the Imperial Age. Usually you want like 100 bills and you click up. Now, I've been booming like a monster, so I have well over 100, but I need to actually advance. They tell me that's a good idea. If you're booming well, you typically want to be in the Imperial Age by like 30 minutes and get ready to blitzkrieg, you know. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow those walls down. One thing that is also a good idea to try in Black Forest is bluffing. Nothing quite like giving your opponent a heart attack by attacking him with a bunch of mangonels, even if you have nothing to back it up. Like just attacking his walls, you can really force your opponent to like overreact and just panic, I guess. If he's not prepared, you know, he'll think that you're coming at him and you got a huge fully upgraded army. Like, why else would you be attacking his walls unless you're insane? And then it turns out you are insane. So there you go. Like, I've had players like add like I've seen like 10 extra layers of stone walls be tacked on there, like 10 extra layers of stone walls, just because they started attacking a guy. I had no army to back it up, but he had no idea. So that's how it works out. And welcome, Linera. Oh, I get your name wrong. Let me know. Get that right. You'd love to see someone as strategic as you streaming League. Well, thank you. I mean, that's the idea. I would be spending like basically all of the League of Legends time that I do for that game if I start doing that. Here's the plan. After final exams. is, you know, to be focused on the strategic portion of it. As a support main, I'll hopefully be able to give you guys a unique perspective on things, I guess. Let you guys know what my thoughts are on all the supports, strategies, and whatnot. You know, like, the thing is with all the things on my YouTube channel, I guess, I'm always trying to make strategy games a little more approachable for you guys. Help make things make sense, because I know firsthand how hard it is to get into some of these games. And I don't want anybody to have the real struggle that I had, I guess. Getting into Aoe2 when I was really young, like, there were no resources at all for this game. Which made it quite the struggle. I mean, hey, luring wolves can kind of pay off sometimes. Yeah, in Gold Rush, luring a ton of wolves is really, really interesting, I gotta say. Yeah, this is like one of Dark Trout's like first matches, guys. So go easy on him. He's not used to this game, but you know, like the general rule of thumb. Yeah, see, AFK Raptor knows what's up, guys. Like I have no delusions. I know that behind that mangonel there's no massive army of knights, especially when I look at his score. But keep in mind, your score can be inflated heavily by your economy too, so you know that helps with the whole bluffing factor. But yeah, he's obviously there's nothing there, and he's just applying pressure to me. He's forcing me to react. Even though, if he did blow down these walls, I don't think he has anything. I don't think that he'll actually want to do anything if he did blow down the walls, but you know, we don't think that far ahead. The point is here is you just want your opponent to react, and if you get your opponent to play reactively the entire game, then you're going to win, for sure. So that's the idea here, guys. I'm gonna need like troop production facilities on all sides, I think. Okay, I'm gonna need to get some upgrades. I'm definitely a little slower than I'd like to be in this particular match. Missing a lot of upgrades. But you know, that's the struggle with looking at the Twitch chat and whatnot. Trying to think about other things besides the actual game at hand. Oh, and of course, another thing that'll make a massive, massive difference. Double bit axe is really good. If you guys have ever looked at your lumber camp and been like, damn, you know, 20% faster wood, that's helpful. You kind of need wood for everything in this game, so getting some of that extra wood is most certainly nice. So, yeah, I don't think that he has anything here, but you know, I'm gonna humor him. I'm gonna put up an extra layer of walls, and see, guys, he got me to waste some stuff. You know, because I can't afford to risk it if he's just bluffing. It works out. Now, one thing that does suck, and I guess I shouldn't have put all those houses here, is I've got like no room to build these military buildings. Not part of the plan. Not what the doctor ordered. Okay, so these guys can be my ones. I got another mangonel here in case he wants to, you know, move up a notch and show me that he means serious business. But I think that he has no guys of any description. Some of these upgrades. I'm gonna go for, like, tons of cavalry, because what else do Magyars do, right? But yeah, this is Aoe2 HD edition on Steam. It was on sale the other day. I don't think it's on sale anymore, right? It's Aoe2 with a bunch of new features and whatnot, and finally I can say the game actually runs quite well. Any sort of lag or performance issues are basically the same now between this and the original Aoe2 online. I mean, that's just a connection issue. This game is so, I guess, global in the sense that no matter what, if you join the lobby, you're going to be playing with people who don't live anywhere near you, so the ping issues are certainly a result of that. Alright, he has opened my walls. I don't think he has anything, but I don't really care. I'm just going to start making some dudes. I'm going for Trash City and Siege this game. Oh! I'm gonna pretend I totally juked that shot on purpose, but due to the hill advantage, oh, he hasn't noticed my mangonel. Oh, great success. All plans. Yeah, hopefully if my teammates need me, they will holler, but got all these delicious military production facilities right over here, should that ever happen. Okay. I think I have enough, stuff over here right now. Just right He is up to the next stage. Alright, AFK Raptor. Your body is mine. Fetch me the light bulb. Hello, the Light Empire. Sorry for missing some of your chats. Trying to not screw up this game. Easier said than done. Tell me recurve bow is a good idea. Trading on this map is going to be a pain in the butt, so we don't have that much room to build. Kinda need more gold miners, I think. This is what I'm talking about, right? Like, I'm low on gold, so what does that mean? More gold miners. Pretty straightforward, right? Just start working on trade, but... yeah, you never want to have your markets in treb range, and I don't really like the position of my current market at all. I would much rather get, like, less gold than risk really losing my markets, but you want them in an easily defensible position. Easier said than done. Alright, let's see what you've got up your sleeve, bud. Okay. Playing a little slower, because this time I'm trying to read the Twitch chat a bit, and it's a lower rated player match, so I'm not really in any rush, I guess. Don't want to, like, kill these guys outright. I want to give them a good game. Well, residents, you have to go, but look forward to my next stream. Well, thank you, TARDIS, man. Pleasure, as always, to have you around. Look forward to the next time I get to see ya. Okay. Ah, yes, ye old trash and siege. Where have you been all my life? My dream combo. Chemistry. Hey, also, don't hesitate to use the market to adjust your eco as well. And yes, as Vanla said, generally you want to build helps, go with your honors to deal with their counter units. I've got, you know, as I say all the time, I have, you know, tutorials that cover these concepts in detail, so I'm not going to talk about it too much for fear of boring you guys to tears, but I have no room for barracks this year. But yeah, you know, generally you want to build a balanced army comp of, you want to build multiple types of units. Whatever you need. That way your army's harder to counter. Like, if you're building, like, literally only light cavalry, I just need to build some, those delicious pikemen, and you're toast, sir. You don't ever want to be in that situation. And, you know, in the case where your opponent has a balance, should help you out. The Spanish are obnoxious, and he has a hill advantage. Oh my! The pikes as well. Touché, sir. Okay, maybe I have to go, into Arbs. Be a good idea. I've got no room to build. What is this game? Building space is the super duper important, underrated resource that no one ever talks about. Could use some of that, I think. This is a kind of shitty trade line. These are all shitty trade lines. Not enough distance! Do I need, like, Arbs to deal with all these pikes? I wonder. How's this go? Oh, my goodness, right. Forgot the Dark Trap was their flank on this side. Sorry, Dark Trap buddy. Also, don't do this, where you just, like, wall, like, right here. Even though this is a really wide, abnormally wide choke point, you always want to wall the choke points. Like, it's all about being conservative with your resources, and I need honors, like, right now. These stupid conquistadors. Can't fight both of these guys at once without the right units, and if I only had room to build... Why, Aoe2? Hopefully I don't need those houses, but just throw some more. Yeah, the Seed Workshop! Need Onagu's stats. Really good against those clumped up ranged units, and in a choke point like this, I mean, sounds pretty good. Oh, I don't get fortified walls, right? Damn you, Magyars. Why you do this to me? Alright, I need a... Guy's stat. It's an emergency. Okay. This will also be good against his skirmishers. I always like to build like trash siege and gunpowder units if I can, because it's a really cost-efficient combo. Like if I have to lose my army, it's not the end of the world. Whereas, you know, if you're like armies all paladins, then you lose all that, and well, tough toenails, I guess. It's a lot of money. That's like $1 billion right there, down the drain. Okay, it looks like he's got this situation on lockdown. Don't need to back him up. I can just focus entirely on. Oh, what the hell? When did this happen? Oh my god. All that gap, sir. By the gods, when did he let these guys in? You're fired, sir. I'll just send all the, Ay, Dios mio, really? Be leaking guys, sir. You're burning moonlight. Okay. I'm gonna need a stronger eco then, because it looks like they've got us by the balls right now. Not a good thing. FK Raptor has advanced to Imp. That bastard. Hopefully this castle keeps that area a little safer. Hopefully. Okay, looks like I actually did seal this area. Somehow I got away with that. Not sure how I did that. And I just need to keep this this spot on lockdown. As we can see, my onagers are seriously doing work, as I was hoping they would. What's nice about the Magyars compared to the Huns is they actually have a siege line that doesn't suck. That's good. I think like one of the Huns' biggest weaknesses is that as you get towards the late game, I mean, not even having, you know, regular onagers, they only get mangonels. That is not good. That and all their good units are cavalry, besides like halberdiers and skirms. So. Yeah, this is the Forgotten expansion for Aoe2 HD edition. Adds like 5 new civs and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Thank you, based onagers. Show them the raw power. Show them why onagers are a unit to be feared. Get 'em, men. Hold the line against 3 dudes over here. Thank goodness I got this this wall back up and Gray managed to hold that line. Rock solid. Malphite would be proud. So, maybe he needs my help. Send reinforcements over. You never know. You will lose. You will lose. I can always widen this gap whenever I think I've got this on lockdown. Really, my mission at this point is just stall for your good friend Sithfly to get some work done over there. You know, kill some guys. As long as he's got momentum going on, then you know, I don't need to push. I don't need to do anything. I just need to hold the line, and that much I can do. Because we are still experiencing some FPS lag though somehow, even though the 3.7 update did help a ton. Yeah, well, some people with their TI-84 calculators and their internet connections with bacon strips for Ethernet cables can lag if you believe. Oh my goodness. Yep, holding the line, guys. Not that bad. Hey man, it's fine, Guz. I understand that, you know, time zone issue for people. If you need your sleep, you need your sleep, man. But I'm really, really glad that you showed up anyway. That's really cool. Don't lose any sleep over it, I guess, but thank you for stopping by regardless. My reinforcements have finally arrived, even though they are bunching up and going crazy. We've gone back to version 3.6. For one match, just for nostalgia's sake, right? And now, I know you're thinking, like, Rez, how are you gonna end this stalemate, right? Well, the secret is onagers. Another cool thing with the Forgotten expansion is it actually made Black Forest much better balanced. Like, onagers now can cut through trees, which is really good. It means that, you know, BF isn't going to be as dominated by the pesky onager civs. Oh, he's cutting too. Okay, bud, I see how it is. You want to cut? Let's cut. I'll show you what's up. You shall not pass. Charge. Maygar Hussars are a cool, unique unit. If you don't know, they're like super Hussars. Hussars with better stats. They don't cost gold, which is chill. They don't cost gold. And they're like better Hussars. They've got like better combat stats and attack bonus versus siege. Okay. Now, in case they get crafty, this castle should protect the trade line, because I know he likes to cut. I know he does. I don't want to get caught with my pants down, so... Actually, throw some help to him. Okay, now they're transitioning to cavalry, that's wiser, I think. Because I don't have room for, barracks in my life right now. I guess I got it right. I'm still holding the line against, like, 3 guys. Soniger's pretty good in this game. Really good against countering siege units, clumped up everything. 2-handed swordsmen are pretty. Your trash units shall not survive. Okay, so Pengueno also has discovered this whole, like, hold the line here. See, what's nice is that I get to save all of my gold for all those expensive units like Onagers, and if I ever lose an engagement, you know, really, mostly of what I'm losing is just Onagers. Now, of course, if you really want to push in and you're not trying to stall, like, trash units in siege isn't the best, best combination per se. It's not winning any awards for raw firepower. You're probably gonna need, if you got the gold for it, and you're trying to just GG someone out, then it's probably within your best interest to actually buy some real units. Get some of those, get some paladins or something maybe, but... Yeah, certainly I'm not trying to make any massive gargantuan plays here. I'm just trying to hold the line.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's an army, sir. Well, I hope thou knowest what he's doing. Sometimes you need to invest a little bit more gold if you need to make a serious push. I'm just being, this is a conservative thing. Win the late game. If I got gold left and my opponent does not, then I'm good to go. It's actually shaping up to be a good match. Pengueno could use siege engineers though, I think. Getting a little extra range is a good idea. Green. A bombard cannon or 2 would win your side easily. Wink, wink. It's all about being subtle. No, but bombard cannons really help against those pesky, clumped up siege weapons and everything like that. I have you now. These cheats. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be updating my custom AI relatively shortly. Gonna get a new...
Yes.
Okay, this is a really bad example, by the way, of how 3.7 has increased the optimization, because this looks exactly like 3.6. The frame rate is really low in this specific match, but it's normally much better than this. For sure. Anyway, I'm going to be releasing an update to my custom AI over the next few weeks to do some bug fixes and whatnot. When they released the 3.7 update to Aoe2 HD, they also changed the way the retreat function works, so now it actually works on ships, which is a really good change, except I wrote my AI in mind that I couldn't do that, I guess. That's a new thing, so now I have to redo some of his retreat functions. So I guess make better use of that, so you can differentiate a little bit better. Good night, Vilmano, man. Thanks for stopping by. See you later. So I gotta fix that, do a couple bug fixes. So throw those up in a couple weeks. Just some polishing. These, you know, tiny changes, nothing big. These units stuck? Or are they just... I'm pretty sure there's a gap here. Okay, they're just crazy. It's crazy kids. He is turtling indeed. And yes, channel has grown quite a bit. It's quite nice. Oh my god. Speaking of things that are growing, my idle villager population is exponentially. Selecting them all individually because this game's lagging so badly that I don't want to. It's much faster this way, I guess, to actually delete the villagers one at a time rather than waiting for each individual delete command to process. Just one of those tricks. Good lord. Dark Trout, please hold on. I need more gold for onagers. Otherwise, I can't hold the line. This is really like a pretty good army comp for the most part. Is like onagers, some trash, some siege weapons can really hold the line if you're poor on Black Forest. Oh, looks like he's resigned. Aha. Well, if he doesn't mind, it would be kind of nice if he didn't watch the game now that he's resigned, because he's really slowing things down quite a bit. But yes, GG Dark Trout. You fought valiantly, sir. My military population is dropping like flies. I need more guys. The problem is that they're up on a hill right now, so that is it's gonna be a pain in the butt to get into. Not quite sure how I'll ever be able to get that hill. I'm gonna need quite a military advantage, I think. Trebuchets will help me break their formation a little bit. I mean, definitely use trebuchets against like units and not just buildings, but. Only if they're really clumped up and you're in a situation like this where range is everything. They have such a good good group of stuff up here. It's very hard to get past this line with all this gunpowder and everything. And they got paladins, which are super beefy. He's also using trebuchets as a little bit of an equalizer. Yeah, if I get enough onager shots off, I'll probably be able to worm my way in there. But it's gonna be a struggle. Ain't gonna be easy. Nobody said that. Oh my god, these paladins are just decimating me. Okay. I'm gonna need more production. Buildings. I need more farmers. I should not have deleted that specific lumber camp, in retrospect. More farms. Okay, thankfully he did leave the game. Alright, that was good. 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 Oh my god. Please, no. Your line is very hard to break. They're also holding that front, really. Could you just...
Attack an enemy now.
You're the great equalizer, sir. We cannot 2v5 forever. Push like crazy. Go. He has two options, either actually help one of the fronts, or just attack. Preferably help one of the fronts, though, but he made his mind up, I guess. Hopefully I can hold this line. Looks like it's going to be a little bit more of a struggle than I bargained for. Let's see how long I can hold this. Because Purple's got so much cavalry now. Good lord. Sweet lord of mercy. Okay, well now I have a hill, sir, so... The tables have turned. There's still farms. Still running out of food. More units just clog up their lines. That way I can stall. Okay, I need help. Gray, I need you. I cannot hold the line against 3 players, apparently, for an hour. Gray, not green. If he gets that hill, it's going to give him a big positional advantage. Yeah, I don't know why Gray is just fucking around over here with all these guys all game. He needs to get with the team. Bro. This is where it gets bad. Usually when you're playing like a map like Black Forest, or just in general, you want to like help your flanks rather than just go AWOL and go do your own thing. It can vary though. Sometimes, you know, just going for someone else like this and making a risky play, going down the middle can seriously pay off. It's just not always. It just takes some good game sense, I guess. You never really know. Just need to get some other shots off. Wow, okay, these paladins are a problem for sure. I need a lot of, oh my god, I think I just deleted that. Fuck. The delay is so strong right now. Alright, let's get some barracks out. He gets so many more barracks out. If he's out of gold, he just needs more trade carts. We got a bunch of dudes right here doing nothing. They put a siege workshop over here, I think. And I might actually need burrow holes because I might actually get attacked now. Bro. Still waiting for my resources to actually go up. Is the market just not responding right now? Like, how bad is this lag that I haven't actually gotten? Okay, alright. It just takes a long time. Nailed it! He shouldn't have had me open that wall either. Oh no! We're gonna lose! No! Shouldn't have picked Magyars, should have picked a silly civ like Celts. Yeah, well, can't win them all, man. Can't win them all. A for effort? That's how I'll go about this one. A for effort. But I think that's all she wrote for us. If we can't win any flank, can't win any side, then this match is all ogre. What is he doing with his guys? But yeah, this match I think is, actually this is quite a twist. I did not see this one coming. But I think we are, that's a shame. Green was doing really, really well. Like, Green is holding his side like 2v1 since like forever, as I have also been doing. What are these helms? Rose. These helms are high as fuck. No! I wonder why I walled this is so he can't sneak paladins into my eco as easily, but like, as if it really matters at this point. I think that he can have his way with me. He can do whatever he wants to me, and I have no say in that matter. Unfortunately, he has got me now. I can only hold the line for a little bit longer, and then it's really up to the rest of my team to decide how this game is going to go. Are we going to make the sick comebacks? Or are they going to make the sick comebacks? They need to hold these lines, but I don't know if they're capable, and yeah, you really shouldn't have had me open that wall. Ruh-roh. Okay. I think this match is, I think we lose, unfortunately. Oh well. I mean, it was a good match, I think. It was a good game. It just goes to show that doing your own, I guess, adventures off in the middle of nowhere doesn't always pay off, per se. It has to... it can be risky, for sure. Usually you want to back up your flanks. You don't want to open up... I guess, like, what I'm trying to say is you don't want to open up another front if you don't think you can handle it. And in this case, we could not handle that opening up that mid-front. It was definitely risky. I probably should have not deleted those walls. But he asked me to. Could have argued. So yeah, don't open up in the front unless you want to. That's why cutting can be risky, like cutting through the forest with your onagers and whatnot. It can definitely backfire if you're not careful. For sure. So yeah, Don't open up a front. You can't win. Right. GG, well played. I don't see a way that we could possibly come back from this one. I don't want to stall this game out forever, but it was a good game. Good game. Yeah, you guys played well anyway. We tried. We almost got him. We'll get him next time. Get him next time, Lonnie. Still number one. GG. Yes, it was a good experience. I agree. Yo, well. GG. It was a fun game. It was a fun game for sure. I did not actually see that loss coming, I guess. It was surprising. I thought we were in a relatively commanding position throughout most of that match. They were holding this line, but I was making some good progress over here. Got a little overwhelming towards the end, definitely. I guess it's important to send your army to the right locations. Interesting. Close game, though. Close game. Quite a shocking development. And of course, guys, if you want to learn the game, you want to hop into online play, and you're trying to get used to things, and you're struggling, and you want to know how you can compete with guys online, certainly the secret to success is villages. Make extra town centers when you hit the castle age, and until you hit the Imperial age, your town center should be either researching a tech or creating villages non-stop. Like, basically non-stop. You're gonna want at least 100 villagers ASAP, for sure. You don't want to delay that, and you're probably gonna need more than 100. But yeah, I'd say 100 is pretty much the minimum. Everyone plays on at least 200 plus pops, so. Yep. For Darkshot, unfortunately, kind of a rough start for him, for sure. This is one of his first games online for Aoe2, but I certainly look forward to the next round I'm going to play with you, Darktrout, and you'll get us next time. The secret, though, is making sure your town center is always working. Always working. Well, you'll also wall the choke points, but, I mean, your choke point, unfortunately, you got really unlucky. Not only were you right next to one of the... next to Green, one of my teammates, certainly the more aggressive of the two teammates I had this game, but you also had a really large choke point that game, which would be difficult to wall, so that was definitely unfortunate. Yes, I will be doing another match after this. We'll do one more. So yeah, GG, well played. My opponents got that one, did quite well that game. Penguino, everybody held the line quite nicely. AFK Raptor was a huge thorn in my side. Everybody played very well that game. So yes. GG, well played. Of course, if you guys enjoyed watching this match, don't forget to check out the rest of the stuff on my YouTube page. I've got plenty of other Age of Empires 2 videos there, as well as videos of other games, so if you like this one, you'll probably like those as well. I also do have the newest version of my custom AI out in the Steam Workshop. I think it's a really good way to learn the game, and just, I guess, get used to Aoe2. I think it provides a very fun educational experience, and yeah, feel free to add me, Darktrout. I'll accept it, as long as your username's the same. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by today's live stream, guys. As always, I really appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. I have so many new faces as well as old faces today. It's really, really refreshing and cool. You know. This is a lot of viewers today. This is really cool. So I'll be back in just a minute with the next match of the live stream, so don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 60 seconds, and thank you so much for the support as always, guys. If you can, of course, leave me a like rating on YouTube, that also helps me out quite a bit. And I'll see you all shortly. Thank you again. Be back in 60 seconds. GG, well played.